The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign. Took his game to a new level and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. But he's got his target, Harris. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Harris running straight ahead. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Back to throw, Pickett. That swung out wide to Harris. He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
On 2nd and goal, Pickett. This is caught.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris,
A 3-yard touchdown run.
and the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jones, a quick throw out wide for Galladay. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. On 2nd down and 4. Jones going right back to Galladay. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And he will have a Giants 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Rolling to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Touchdown! Kenny Galladay on the touchdown throw from Daniel Jones. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And Sims lost it. He lost the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett, that'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Pickett to throw on first down. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To the air on first down with Pickett. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Open man. That's the tight end, Freiermuth. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They run for it with Harris. And he lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Have a great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal. They'll certainly have the green light here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. 3rd quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Looking to throw. Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, here's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They hand this off to Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. James now to return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he is going to have the Giants' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little. He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pickett now on 1st down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Jones now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Gano's kick is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So here's Pickett and the Steelers. Down 13-7. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they got it 1st and 10.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett completes this one to Pickens. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there for the offense. They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 72 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now all eyes shift to the Giants, trailing by a point. Less than 90 seconds to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Now Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. Jones. Another pass complete to Bellinger. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Barkley, inside handoff. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee here. A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the kick is good. Graham Gano connects as time expires. And the Giants win the football game.